Sit in the coffee shop.
Well, each to their own, I guess.
Yeah.
Donuts over there, guys. Haven't had
I'm trying to quit.
Oh, that's what Pastor said.
Yeah.
No, he said he has quit. Good morning. Good morning.
I can't remember.
Please enter your participant or moderator code, followed by the pound key.
Probably here. Seems like somebody brought that in. We can hear.
Please say your name, followed by the pound key. You are the first participant in the conference.
It's nice with those solutions at home. You can put them in the microwave just for a little bit.
Oh, these?
Yeah, warm them up.
They were on special when I stopped for to grab a tea. They're $2.99.
Right.
They're like, I'll take some to the guys at home. I'll bring some here.
I stopped there too and got my bananas and they have potatoes on sale. So
Oh, I saw that. Potatoes were like
99 cents for a
99
5-pound
cents
bag.
for a
You can't beat
5-pound.
that.
99 cents for a whole bunch of us.
Oh, yeah.
It's that time of year.
Yeah,
Potato
that's it.
donuts.
It is.
Do you make
See you in there?
He's not in there.
Oh,
We got,
I saw him, I was talking to Kelsey down at the bottom of the stairs by the elevator.
yeah, she did.
Uh,
Grandma did it.
and he was walking back and forth there a couple times.
okay. Well,
Something's not starting.
Oh,
I think it's okay.
I would
think we're good.
That's flashing anyway.
Okay.
I was,
All right, say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Part of the meeting.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes and agenda.
I'll second.
Did you want to,
Oh, we'd like to add something to the agenda today.
I'll withdraw my motion.
Sorry, I already forgot. Carla and I just talked about it. So I think it's again up on the issue with zoning up in the northeast corner of the county. We just need to address that
Discussion of
What?
zoning in Norway Township.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll add that to the agenda and make that my motion.
I'll second.
Motion Derby, and a second from Smith, to add zoning in Norway Township to the agenda. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Here he is, if you still need him, Carla.
Not working.
well, no, there was something that said that I already had one available and I did something and then I clicked cancel, so maybe you could just check and make sure.
I'll make sure it's on.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, now
Business to me.
consider a motion to approve the minutes and agenda.
We already did that.
We already did that.
No, what was that part of that first
We're up to
motion?
number 2.
Oh, we just added, I guess it was approving
Yeah.
the agenda with that and added.
Yeah.
All right, 9 a.m., Jody Applegate to give annual report and funding request for Elder Bridge Agency on Aging.
Good morning.
Morning.
Thank you for having us, or having me. I guess us because it's the book, but. So here's our annual report for FY '23 for your perusal. The first page in that, the loose page, is just your county. So information pertaining to your county compares FY '22 to FY '23. Probably the biggest chunk of our budget in Elderbridge is for meals, both home delivered and congregate meals. But we do a variety of other things. So there are some things that homemaker, legal assistance, personal care, those aren't things that we do directly. We contract out with those, but there are a number of other services listed down below that we do directly. So options, counseling, nutrition education, case management, so if people need some extra help getting rent assistance, paperwork filled out, things like that. We've got people that help with that. So then that just kind of breaks down FY 22, 23. The back side just has a summary based on population, and then the funds that we did receive from you guys. Thank you very much for your support in 22 and 23. And then just kind of a little summary that Elderbridge provided $28.73 of services to seniors for every dollar that you guys funded to us. So. And then our ask this year is $315 per senior.
So does Buffalo Center still have like congregate
Mm-hmm.
deals?
Yep, they still congregate with us.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Four City?
Yep,
does
Forest City,
too?
yep.
But Lake Mills is?
They're doing home delivered right now. Last winter, they had a pipe break in City Hall and it flooded. And so my understanding is they've been having
Didn't
some.
help us in building.
Huh?
Didn't help.
In the
Center.
Civic Center, yes, next door, yeah. And my understanding is they've been working on it, but they've been having
Slow
issues
process.
getting contractors to coordinate and things like that. So our plan is that when they get that done, that we will be recongregating in, and then they'll do less home
They're
delivery.
gonna have to staff up too.
Yeah. So we do have one employee, Elderbridge, right now that she's kind of coordinating that with the grocery store and the help of the city.
Good.
So we'll keep her on, and then she'll just dish the meals and serve up the meals that way.
Oh, and then
Instead of-
volunteer deliverers?
Yep, and they have those already. So the grocery store, David's dishes it up, and then drivers come and pick it up straight from there and then take it
They
to
make a
deliver.
good meal.
Mhm.
But our plan is to get back into that building. I'm hearing now maybe spring. So,
Yeah, there were so many facets to that repair.
yeah.
First you do the outside, then you fill
And then
the
they
inside.
found asbestos and
Yeah.
then had to do more work. And so it wasn't just a quick cleanup. It was a complete gut and
Yeah.
remodel.
It was kind of you had to sit down and decide, was it worth it? You know?
Yeah, that's the problem. And then, and as you look at, we still have, like I said, Buffalo Center, Forest City, Buffalo Center, Margie, the site manager Cook there has been there a while. So there is, thoughts that she might want to retire sometime. So we'll, that when it happens and continue to, I knew we were Margie Klesch, I think is her last name. Margie McClesh, something like that, sorry. But those people won't go unserved. We'll figure out something else to get them meals.
There's always that other option.
Yep, we'll figure out something. Any questions for me?
So the $315 per senior equates to what total?
Well, that's,
I didn't know what the multiplier was.
yeah, I don't know what number what they're using for I think they'll use,
It's in here.
that's a good question. 'Cause I'm not sure if they'll use the 3,000.
Yes, you can have one.
Thank you, sorry. I can get back to you on what that,
Because
because I see the FY 23, but we didn't say what that number would be. My apologies, I didn't catch that yesterday.
And there's the multiplier that you're going per senior that
Yeah.
you know of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so they'll use
It's a kind of
might use the FY 23 data that we know of for seniors, so it might be that population at 3,046, and then the 315.
suppose if the baby boomers getting older, then that number goes up, but then there's
Yeah.
also the losses.
Yeah. So my guess is it probably around that 3,000 number.
Okay.
of seniors.
Yeah, just let us know. what the
Yep,
number is.
yep, I will get back with you on what that number is.
Okay,
Thank you for catching that.
thank you.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate
And
all you do.
Well, and thank you, and any support you can give us is greatly appreciated. Have a great day. Enjoy the sunshine.
Yeah, you too. ready for you.
Brought my stuff today just in case there's lots of signatures.
Oh, is that right? Mine's not here.
There's
yet.
none of me.
I knew that. I've been here long enough to know that.
And next week too.
You want to go get yours.
Yeah, well, now's probably a good time.
That's kind of my hint.
Yeah,
I always have one.
being we gotta get
Every
the
single time.
theme of Jeopardy out
I
when
don't
Scott
have it
comes.
this time.
Yeah, because City and Schools would have 2 canvases. The first canvas is this week and the second canvas is next week.
Oh.
Morning.
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 You're up.
All right, I just got 2 major things today. We have the bridge on R20 north of Buffalo Center opened as of last Thursday evening. The project is pretty much complete today. They're working on seeding and putting down some erosion control, and at that point the project will be complete. So we'll get final payment and things like that put together pretty soon, after we kind of work through the materials audit and all the process there. So it went pretty good. Ultimately we had probably a 2 or 3 day delay due to one of the box culvert pieces getting damaged during handling, and they had to recast it, repair. But overall 3 weeks I don't think it's too bad.
Compared to the Highway 9 bridge by Fertile, it's really good.
Yeah. Yep.
Took all
Most of
summer
that's the
and fall.
difference between precast and cast in place. Part of it's due, I think theirs is a triple, ours is just a single. But we got the road patch back together and our guys did the shouldering work, and I think it looks pretty good. I haven't driven over it, but Ethan said it rode pretty decent.
Not too bad.
So hopefully it doesn't move, it probably will settle.
I'm sure it'll pack some. Most of the fall heavy truck traffic is over, so I'll miss out on a little wear and tear.
Yeah.
Isn't there usually a difference, even though you do full compaction, there's a difference when you have really good grade materials over product like that, and then you have probably the old marginal materials on the road that they just move differently?
Yeah, I think that's unique to each individual project. You know, in this case, we got, old concrete abutments that are under there by 4 or 5 feet. We got the box that's buried by 8 feet. We got all the imported material and all the material they used all kind of mixed together. So there's quite a few factors there. You hear stories from some of the guys that have done it a bunch, and they've poured slop in the hole and they've not moved at all, and some they compacted it with rollers and it's right away. I don't know. I don't think anybody has it quite perfectly figured out.
Really looks different when you go down through there. It makes it look much more wide open than.
Yeah.
You wouldn't think those little bridge rails on the side would make that much difference, but.
Yeah, and in that case, they had like the concrete corner post to the bridges, where the rails attached, and it's kind of a meaty, bridge rail sticking up on both sides. So yeah, it's nice to see it wide open for sure.
That's what I keep thinking is that out of the bin site, Derby bin site one, it looks so clean and neat and looks nice. But you almost forget that there's a ditch there.
Right.
If it had been that wide open 40 years ago, I might not have seen one of the most entertaining things I ever saw. I was coming back from Mankato State and somebody from Buffalo Center passed me, and I was possibly driving faster than I should have been anyway, so then I drove fast enough to keep up with her, and she went across that bridge, and 2 deer come running out. She hit one in the rear with the left front, and the other one in the chin. Both deer went in the opposite ditches like helicopters. She flashed her brakes once, no headlights after. Flashed her brakes once and went home.
Thanks.
All right.
And then my other announcement today is we've got a person hired for the administrative assistant position, Rachel Kurtzleben. Rachel's from, well, she graduated from North Iowa, but she's living in her grandparents' place by Woden right now. So she's got some unique experience, has been working for the post office in Titanca and the Parish 3 Manual Church in Titanca as their secretary treasurer. Before that, she worked for the National Labor Relations Board when she was living out in New York and then in Indianapolis. So kind of a unique background, and I'm excited to get her started here. Start date's November 29th. So she'll have a little bit of a chance to overlap with Becky, and Becky will kind of work through the training with her for a week or two, and we'll proceed from there. Becky's last day is at the very latest, the 18th of December, but we'll kind of play it by ear a little bit through the transition.
All right, good.
Yeah.
A new face.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Anything else for secondary roads?
Nope.
No.
All righty. And we'll move on to 9:15 a.m. Consider for approval use of courthouse grounds application by Lakeville's Ministerial Association.
Yes, thank you. This is our, going to be our 13th year in a row. It's hard to believe, isn't it, that we will be erecting the nativity there. And so it's always by the tank on that corner, and we appreciate that in the past you've granted us permission to do that, and we are following all of the procedures that have been made. And a little interesting story. I've enlisted my firefighters now. I'm the chaplain there at Lake Mills, and enlisted them to bring it, deliver it, set it up, and then take it back. And last year when we were taking it back, we got a fire call. And so they speeded up. We almost lost Jesus. So this year we're going to do a little repair work and secure Jesus back in the creche, and we should be good.
He can walk on the water, but he can't hold the wind.
Well, he hung in there. I don't know if it was Joseph or Mary, but they're kind of loose too, but we'll get them fixed up. I think most people appreciate it. Have you fielded any complaints or?
No.
Okay, that's all died down then? Great.
No complaints. I get more praises than.
Oh, wonderful. Oh, great. And it represents all of the Christians and churches, and that's what the sign says on there. This creche is owned and displayed by the Christians of Winnebago County. So it's not promoting any one church.
There are no Lutherans or Baptists in the Bible, or Catholics or any of it.
That's right. Some people are going to be surprised when we get up there, Bill, but it'll all be one. But
Is there an official date for lighting then, or?
we just we can display from December 10th through January 10th. And so we just come on whatever day it is and set it up.
You
And we'll work
moved
it out.
that up from like the 13th other years or the 15th other years so that it coordinated with the tree lighting? Didn't we do that last year or the year
We had
before?
discussions about it. I don't know if it worked or not.
I don't know that we did that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I know we
think
had talked
the
about
January 10th is to include Epiphany.
Oh, yeah.
So that's why it got extended rather than just going till the end of December. That's how I recall it. But
Yes,
I don't always trust my memory these days.
that makes sense. Good.
So we're just asking for approval again this year, please.
I'll make a motion to approve the use of the courthouse grounds by the Lake Lake Mills Ministerial Association for the Christmas nativity scene.
I'll second.
Motion Derby and a second from Smith to approve the use of courthouse grounds by Lake Mills Ministerial Association. All in favor say aye. Aye.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for putting it up.
Yeah. And my firefighters.
Yeah, and your,
Thank
and
them
your
as well.
volunteer help.
Yes.
Yes.
I have to head to another meeting, so thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Good day, guys.
Thanks.
So maybe the next time you are moving with the fire trucks and stuff, you should have more strapping.
Do you have your letter?
Yes, I
can't
do.
find my- Can I steal it?
Oh, you can, absolutely.
Or
You
don't
can have the
throw-
whole thing.
Don't throw
Okay.
Jesus in the
Thank
back
you.
of the fire truck.
Perfect. What's that?
I said, don't throw Jesus in the back of the fire truck.
Well, it's actually one of the guys' pickup
Stamp
trucks.
that?
Yeah, sometimes when I'm not there, things don't get strapped down too well. Thank you.
Thank
you.
You know, over the years, I've seen a lot of people not strap loads down very good. Okay. Now we're ready for you.
That one is the received.
That one's received.
Okay, auditor's office will discuss drainage matters.
I don't have anything.
I tried a couple times to contact one of their commissioners. I do know.
Okay,
I've known him for years,
okay.
and according to what I looked up, the phone number that I have must be his house. And he hasn't gotten back to me yet.
Okay, well, good, at least we're trying.
I drive right by his house. I forgot he lived there, but when we go to my new son-in-law's hockey games in Albert Lee, we drive right by his house. So maybe I'll leave a little early the next time I go to Albert Lee and stop in once
Sounds good.
and see what he thinks.
Okay, great, thank you.
And he would possibly have ground that is pretty close to that drainage area.
Okay, good. Perfect.
So maybe he won't want to pay. Anything else for drainage?
One thing, I think it's D1 lap 2 that we've been working on for years. Goes up towards Harmon Lake. It'd be south of, what is that? So that'd be in section 33. I had talked to a contractor about fixing a slough from a pipe that was coming in there, but he never got it done in the last 2 years, so I think I'm gonna try and get somebody else to do it, so.
Okay.
I'll talk to him. I'm thinking that one, on DD1, is La Harp gonna be able to dig out the ditch itself to clean it out, that deep one?
DD1, I don't have anything in DD1.
Well,
I don't remember.
actually, the ditch is DD1, but it's that blowout at the end of the tile going into it.
Oh, yeah, the one I sent you the letter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they gonna be able to get down in there deep enough?
Yeah.
They have a
think they
long
can.
list there. Because I was thinking if we at least get it cleaned out before they do their, finish work, we could do both of those within a mile of each other, a mile and a half.
Oh, you mean do the DD1 lat 2 and that fix?
Yeah,
Oh,
with a
okay.
long stick.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know.
If you want to ask him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Other than, I don't know. Do you think they'll get to it soon, or?
I don't know.
I'll
I just think if they're in the
Yeah, in the
approximate
area.
area,
Sure.
it'll save on.
yeah.
Little
on
transportation
moving and
costs.
Oh, sure. Most definitely.
Really, it should be done after they do their work, but that blowout needs to get fixed soon.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
pretty bad there.
It is bad.
It's gonna block that ditch pretty soon.
Yeah.
But we'll look into it and see.
Okay.
That's all I had.
Alrighty,
All right.
thank you.
Good, thanks.
Move on to first tier canvas of votes for city and school elections.
So what's the difference between first tier and second tier?
Well, the first tier is just Winnebago County's information. Second tier canvas is Winnebago County information added to the information we get from Hancock County, Cassuth County, Worth County, Saragordo County. Am I missing one?
Franklin in the corner.
Yeah, we don't have them.
Is there any certain orders you wanna keep them in, or
Um,
somewhat in the same order?
yeah, if you can keep them in the same order, that'd be fantastic.
Don't mess it up, is what she's saying.
So we all sign this one?
So, yeah.
Yep, y'all sign all of them. There's some more, there's some more.
Top page.
I'll get through the,
My goodness, okay.
well, just
Start
do
in.
it that way.
Yep.
And then we'll give them back to her to sign. Of course, we like that. So is this one a write-in then? Or do you run? I don't know, it says write-in. You did run. How many in the Thompson, city council election, was it 3?
There were 4,
4?
3 winners.
Oh,
I got this last Wednesday. It's dangerous. I got these kids, ankle, there.
Flipping around like crazy.
Oh my gosh. It's terrible.
So what are you doing, split your hand back down? Just the paper?
No, I thought I was putting one piece of equipment in a box in each area. I got a couple of screws.
Okay. Now that's paper. I thought that was just some kind of case or something. No.
Yes,
I think you can do those two.
well, I'll just
Publish this after.
No, because I know things are.
yeah, there's an opening.
But you got guidance for the city elections, right? So there's no filling vacancies or anything like that. Because some of those gonna take just about 10 days after the election.
Yeah, you can post. I think Buffalo Center was one. We got one. Trying to think what else. That's really crazy. I think we got it.
Notified. She was sitting next to me and we were saying her coverage. And I just looked up at her and said, I know you want city council. And all of a sudden she just started crying. And she just looks down at her head and goes, I don't know what to get that. That was all she said. She said, you don't call me on the rest of the day anymore. Where is that? Are you guys close today?
Yes. Yeah, that one.
Oh, it shows.
Tuesday?
Well, it shows the other day about it. Waiting.
Okay.
Click for it somewhere.
Okay, screw Winnebago there.
Thanks, guys. Anything in the wraps, I appreciate it. That's why I'm here. That's a clever move on your part. You gotta see
Say, AJ,
Now what? Yeah, yes, sir.
I've got a certain favorite radio station, and I have a problem with when the Radio Iowa News comes on. The sound level is here for the radio station, and Radio Iowa's down here. Like that. Is there a fix to that?
Yes, sir. It's usually over on the right-hand side of your radio dial. It's called a volume knob.
Yes, but when I turn it up, and then it comes back, it's like, my ears are ringing. Of course, they do that anyway, but
Thank you for bringing that out, and I will make sure that Carl sees this portion of the video, provided the video actually works.
There you go.
And that goes for anybody who's in IT as well too. I'm not mentioning names, but yeah.
I figure it has something to do with new equipment or something.
Yeah, it does. It's works great. So we'll our engineer's supposed to be in town, and I'll explain to him that Radio Iowa is very quiet.
It's usually the ads that get way louder on things.
I know, I've lost 20% of my hearing just from those ads.
I think the one station on TV that's the worst is Channel 6. Their level for their news and ads, really good.
Impact
Why do we
Broadcasting.
have to do that?
It's called Impact Broadcasting.
Yeah, but it's annoying.
I know it's annoying, but it gets you to notice the commercial.
Isn't it even slightly illegal to have the volume different?
No,
I thought I read once years
No.
ago that it used to be, to have the ads be that much louder was, at least on TV. I don't know about radio, but on TV, that technically was against the law to do.
oh, you're within a certain broadcast range, but if you 10% makes a tremendous amount of difference.
Yeah.
So, and you can't, technically, you can't control the volume of the commercials that come from agencies because they have their equipment tuned to a certain level and we have ours tuned to ours. So we will get something that is blasting the ears off of a deaf person, and then we get something that is so quiet even a mouse is trying to strain to hear it.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate, but it does happen. I can think of one group of commercials that came in horribly loud. And I can remember a certain person in production just almost jumping out of her chair. Because when she played him, she didn't expect it to be that high.
Yeah, it's something that can be annoying.
But, as long as IT gets the video for this episode of the meeting working,
I think it's that
I'm
way.
just,
I saw it.
they're all done.
Right there.
Oh, look. Sorry.
11:14.
okay, so it is, it's not waiting for somebody, right?
No.
Okay, we'll see what happens. But I will play that for Carl. I'll excerpt it from Jim. And we'll fix that problem, sir.
Thank you for your attention to this.
We will do anything within our power to please us.
The ads, not yours, but the ads that do, I think it's counterintuitive because most of us reach over and turn it all the way down so you can't hear it.
Well, I don't think I've had any problem with the ads on the radio station.
No, I'm not talking about radio station, but the ones on the TV, I just don't like,
Unmute them.
I mute them too, so I think it's,
There's certain
very
ones I
smart.
mute. Those annoying ones.
So if anybody from Channel 6 is watching,
There you go.
I'm sure they are.
I guarantee you they're going to the engineer going, hey, we got a problem.
Yeah. We're just like E.F. Hutton.
So these stand for all of us?
I was gonna say, they're nice, they'll probably frame those, put them up in their console.
I, there's one headed there that I might have done upside down. Well, I set it down and it flipped around.
Now, all of us
Well,
are
I
trying
did,
to
yeah.
figure out how the pronunciation would that be upside down.
Well, it was both of them. Equal access.
So what was Jerry drinking that day?
Don't start that.
None of these need to be stamped, do they? These, the summary, it's just, nothing needs to be stamped, it just needs to be signed,
Just where there's
a place.
a place.
Okay.
These stampers are tough to run sometimes.
Alright. Yeah, I imagine.
All right, is there something you would like to share with the rest of us? Do we have the authority to throw them out?
No, we just turned the camera on.
Oh, all right.
I'm a performer, I'm used to a camera being on me.
There you go.
Good try. Okay.
Yes.
I'm behaving.
Let's What's that?
I'm behaving.
You behaving?
Just ask me. No. I've been trying to put Neosporin on it because it doesn't look very good.
Bactine, I put the Bactine on there. Something.
Whatever burns the most.
Alcohol?
Where's that microcurachrome back in the day?
I suppose I could put some peroxide on it.
I use alcohol in my canker sores if I ever get them. Just put it on a Q-tip, stick it on there, leave it for a while, let it sting.
When we were loading election equipment, I took off some hide.
Do you get a Purple Heart for that then, or?
Well, I should.
I would think.
There's somebody that sits across the aisle from me in church, and every Sunday we look at each other, well, how'd we do this week? We're both really bad.
Beat up.
No, it's good.
Well, it's green and pink, so it's really ugly looking.
Green's never a great color.
You know,
Pink can be kind of somewhat natural, but green is always.
Well, she's gonna lose those 3 fingers.
yeah. Bad deal.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'll make a motion to accept the first tier canvases of votes for city and school, to approve.
I'll second it.
Motion from Smith and a second from Dirty. Wow. I guess we know what I'm thinking.
That really rolled off the tongue, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
That it?
To approve the first tier canvass of votes for city and school elections. All in favor, say aye.
Aye. So your signature reads upside down. Let me see, what would it actually be?
So
Why?
how is Jeremy Hobbs related to Brian Hobbs? Everybody know?
Son or nephew or something.
Yeah. No, that's why I was like, you know, he's got a sister. Maybe it's her son.
That's for Bill.
That's between you and him.
Well,
This is top secret.
yeah,
Should have it covered.
For my eyes only,
for your eyes only.
yes. And evidently what you guys were laughing at wasn't for my ears only.
I'll tell you later.
Stamp those received or not?
Nope,
Those are just for our eyes only.
for your eyes only.
I assume this is an open forum here,
Yep.
or anything else for open forum. If not, we'll move on to auditor's transfers.
you.
Oh, she's getting that
Figured out.
stamp that Mike had you, make the whole desk shake.
Kinda like you spike a volleyball.
Yeah, no, yeah,
Snap to
you
it.
gotta get that snap to that wrist.
I'll make a motion to approve the auditor's transfers.
Second.
Got a motion from Derby and a second from Smith to approve the auditor's transfers. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Consider for approval county claims.
This one is probably a old tile that runs parallel to the new main that we approved. That was left in place.
Oh, is that out here east of town?
The big, east of Thompson,
Oh.
big improvement project
Yeah, yeah.
that they left the
Yeah, like
existing
that one.
and just kinda tied it in.
What did they end
And
up
we did the same thing out here, just north of Highway 9, east of town here, didn't we? Just the one that and then we ended up fixing that old one.
Everything's been full of tree roots this year. That's what's happening, just because it was so droughty, the trees
Looking for water.
search for water and
Oh, yeah, the type about DD5 that we had to put in a parallel tile because we removed the old one
Yeah,
because it had no perforation to it. We're here, we left the old one.
yeah.
You have to go back and repair it occasionally. That's probably a better way. It takes the pressure off the tile.
Yeah.
Tapping it in more often. Instead of pressure, it probably has suction,
Yeah,
negative pressure.
make motion to approve the county claims.
I'll second it.
Motion Smith, secretary, approve the county claims. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, then we move on to number 10, zoning Norway Township.
Do you want to give Kelsey a call and see if she can come down?
She said she was free today, so we're gonna see if she.
Yeah, she's supposed to have court, but they settled last minute. $75.05. Yes, county treasurer? Oh, I pushed the wrong button, look at that. That's what happens when you got these fancy phones. All right, thank you. That Kelsey, do you have time to come down to the supervisors? Alrighty, thank you. This thing's got
Covered up?
no, it got all crinkled up and it was wouldn't lay flat anymore.
Oh.
So I've been having it up here with the weight of this on it, trying to get it flattened back out here. Either that or I gotta talk to somebody and make it a
I'll
new one.
bet they can make it. Where do we have things laminated?
My office.
You've got laminated? You want to go into that page too, or just to peruse it? Good morning. Good morning. So we added to the agenda, what we think again is a zoning issue.
Okay,
And had some questions for you.
okay.
Up in the northeast corner of the county, property owned by, Roger Cruz, and I believe the other piece of property is owned by his daughter.
Okay.
There's a new gentleman on there that he's told that he's leased that property,
Okay.
and kind of for the same use, it seems, as it was being used for before.
Previously.
There is a Facebook page, and the business looks like it's being called BH Junk Removal.
Okay.
It's listed as a recycling center. And because of the issues that we had there before,
Oh, that's a neat old
Yeah.
truck.
the neighbors are,
They're not gonna make it into
of
iron.
course, questioning me about,
Nice way.
is this any different than what was there before?
Okay.
That's what I see up there.
There is a phone number on his, and an email address
On the Facebook page,
on the Facebook
I can look.
page. And it basically just says that it's always open, so sort of looks like a business.
Okay.
So the one thing I remember out east of town here on the highway, there's that place out there that he has, and I remember zoning wise, he got away with it because he was displaying things. And then he'd have one unit, he would just say for sale.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
And that's how he got around the zoning out there.
Gotcha.
There is signage on the property out there, like not just an individual. There's other signage.
Like signage for,
It just has his name and number
oh,
and,
gotcha.
and junk removal. It just says, buying junk cars and trucks and other scrap metal, also does farm cleanup.
And it has a name, or is it just that BH junk room? Okay.
I didn't take a picture, honestly, of the actual signage out there.
Okay. Yeah, it gets a little more complicated now, as you might expect. I'll have to look at the rules, if there were to be any sort of like litigation against Mr. Cruz because he's currently in custody, there may be rules where we have to hire like a guardian ad litem for him.
That's Benny.
That may only apply if they're in prison. I can't remember, it's been a while since I've looked into that, so I'll have to double check
Sure.
that.
And that was my concern too, Kelsey, is that there were observations of, property being removed shortly after the incident
Yeah,
from there.
yeah, and I'm aware of that.
It certainly doesn't surprise me to hear where he is, but why is he there?
That's just Benson.
Yeah, do you know why? In jail?
Yeah.
Why is he there?
I probably said it.
Because he's been charged with
I
murder.
don't know.
I've seen this guy in the parade.
Yeah.
Even worse than I thought.
Yeah.
Where was that at?
I can't talk about it.
Okay. all right.
So, I don't know where we're going with that again as far as
Yeah,
zoning or nuisance or,
because you guys did zoning last time, and that, I think the nuisance route usually works better. I think we've talked about that the last time, or 2 times ago, whatever it was. But again, that might be complicated. I don't know if his wife's name is on any of the property, because obviously that's gonna go into her estate.
didn't we look that up on
Well, I thought one of those properties had a woman's name, but I don't know.
I think that was his daughter.
You think
Okay.
that was his daughter?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's just a conjecture, I don't.
yeah.
Yeah, most of what it seems like I remember, it was him. That was the only name on it.
On the piece that they were before, but now this is a new spot that's been mowed and has multiple pieces of farm equipment and,
So this is a different address than what we were talking about before?
well,
Well,
the
see,
other one is being
This
used,
one's in his name, the new operator.
okay? It's way up here.
Yeah, there's that one that he's displaying at.
Mm-hmm.
That's the new operator.
And whose name is that under?
This one,
Mm-hmm.
that was Benny.
Okay.
The other one's still under Roger and Karen. And
So that complicates it too, because obviously her portion goes into her estate.
Well, who is Karen?
the deceased.
Actually deceased, what, I didn't know if he was remarried or, no idea.
Can you send me just what addresses you're looking at there?
Okay.
Like even just screenshot and text me or whatever.
Parcel numbers.
Yeah, that'd be fine, then I can look at them on the weekend.
Mostly I personally don't want it to turn into a long, drawn-out issue like the other one was.
Yeah.
Took quite a while and years.
So I need to clarify, where this VH junk removal is operating, that is different property than we dealt with
There's 2
previously?
properties.
Okay,
The one is still junky, the one that needed to be cleaned up and was supposedly 80% cleaned up. That's still,
Not 80% cleaned up.
it feels like they're working there too,
The sales lot's more on the highway.
The
I
sales
think.
lot is more on the point towards the
But there's no
highway.
signs there, is there, on that one? Or was there? Okay. From the highway, I didn't notice any.
I mean, again, if it's just yard art, it's yard art.
right.
But if it's,
Does anyone have pictures they can send me so I know what
I
I'm,
forgot to take a picture when I went by 3 times, 4 times,
Maybe-
6 times.
time number 5.
It's always when I come back.
Yeah,
we can get that.
Yeah. I mean, the sales lot, we would call it, is organized, lined up,
Yes.
like equipment lined up.
yeah. And then the other property is the one this BH junk removal is operating out of.
They're leasing the cruise property.
Looks like both.
Okay.
It looks like both.
Yeah, he owns one and he leases the other.
Okay.
I think the, I should look,
If you've got that up, is there, so that's in both of their names, that other property?
it was in both their names, yeah. So, it must have been the daughter that he bought the triangle lot from,
Must be, because it was under her name last week,
yeah.
had this issue.
Says 825 is one transaction.
Yeah, if you'll just send me those parcel numbers, then I can take a look at them. Yeah. Any other questions or anything else you think I should know before I start looking into that?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Just wanted to be aware and hopefully that, you know, it doesn't end up the situation that we had before.
Yeah.
I mean, how difficult is it to get? I mean, it would make a good commercial property. I mean, the location would be desirable for someone to be selling
We
that.
just have to go to the zoning board and get it rezoned.
Yeah.
Or get a
Yeah.
variance
So I
or
mean,
something.
he has options if that's the issue.
Right. Yeah, that would be my understanding.
Okay.
I suppose it would have to go with approval with the nearest neighbors in order to get it rezoned.
I don't know what the zoning
I think they
rules
would
are.
have an option to come in and
And to
comment
speak
on it.
towards
Basically,
Speak
yeah,
towards it, for sure.
object.
both at their hearing and ours.
And how close is that property to there's other people who live right in that area, right?
I would guess the one that he's got organized up on the corner, if it stayed like that, I don't know if they'd have a problem so much with that. It's that other one, the mess that's there.
Because
Yeah.
you certainly don't want to stifle new business or whatever.
No.
It's
And if people are, working hard to make a living, they just have to do it in the right order.
Right.
Okay, is there any more on that then?
Not for me.
I'll start with looking up the parcels and figuring out who owns what and kind of go from there.
Yeah,
So
and
it's a
then see
little
what
bit
kind of,
more complicated now.
it is.
Oh, shoot, it didn't work.
All right, well then we stand adjourned.
Thanks, Kelsey.
Yeah, thank you guys. Have a good one.
See ya.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah, that is-
Having worked with that beacon, do you